D11 Sports presents St. Luke's Sports Medicine Game of the Week.
Smithfield here at Wilson Area High School site today for Colonial League football actions. Our D11sports.com game of the week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Penn Argyl Green Knights with a record of 1-2 taking on the Warriors from Wilson. They check in with a record of 0-3. Hi and welcome everyone. Al DeCarlo alongside Terry Maynard, a graduate here of Wilson area. First things first, how does it feel to be in your alma mater over here and broadcasting a football game?
I mean, it's always good to come back here, but to be able to commentate, be able to watch this game firsthand, it's really special, really is special being back on Smithfield always.
We have an interesting contest between these two teams. Penn Argyl, we mentioned 1-2. Their head coach is Brady Mutton. He's in his fifth year. One of their key players is Caden Faust, the junior running back. They're getting a lot of good runs on the ground. He's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that, they like him at quarterback, of course, but he's got great legs. Why not use that quarterback to your advantage with the run? I think he has 4 rushing touchdowns for Penn Argyl in these first 2 weeks. I think he's going to be a key in the run game, especially for the Knights today.
On the other side is Jim Brady in his first year as the head coach, obviously a graduate here as well. He kind of says back in the day, but it's not really back in the day. Jeremy Cressman, their quarterback, he can run, he can also throw. He has to be key today. Yeah,
and you see some of the, lineup here for Cressman. 42 carries. That's something that they really like about him. As you said, he's great on the run, has a great arm. I think just like Penn Argyl, he will be a key factor in the run today for the Warriors as well.
Now the teams are going to be making their way onto the field, and we'll have opening kickoff in a few minutes. It's going to be Penn Argyl, Wilson, our D11sports.com game of the week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine. Back after this.
Many people have remarked about the sideliner medical tents, and that's something that you often won't find at the secondary school level.
It felt like a little bit more like a collegiate or a professional atmosphere with things like HIPAA and making sure that there's privacy for our student athletes when they're being treated. I think it adds an extra layer of that so that our kids can be seen and evaluated without the entire community looking on. And ultimately, if it's something that has to be addressed, it's done privately.
It also provides an opportunity for us to send the message to the community that we're going above and beyond, for our partners in Bethlehem Area School District.
We are back here at Smithfield at Wilson Area High School. So glad you could join us. Al DeCarlo, Terry Maynard. Both teams going to be making their way onto the field. So glad you could join us here for our D11sports.com game of the week presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine, the only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including sports athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine service at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke Sports Medicine is changing it. We'll wait for both teams to make their way onto the field. If you're a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting journalism or photography, check out D11sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at D11sports.com. Warriors make their way onto the field. Chase Eller, one of our student reporters from Wilson last year. We also had Tyler Carlbon, who's at West Virginia. Chase is at High Point, looking for more students here from Wilson. Penn Argyl, we have one right now, and he's wearing number 71. He's going to be bringing out this football team as one of the captains for Penn Argyl Green Knights. So he'll be there, and that's a Braden Cresnopera. Today's game also brought to you by Digital Scoreboards, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Keep your eye on the game and the score with Digital Scoreboards, where every moment matters. Support for D11Sports.com Game of the Week comes from Michael R. Glovis, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley in Easton. For all your investment needs, call Michael R. Glovis at 610-559-6380, located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301, Easton, PA. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC.
Your referee, Mr. Tommy Walters. Your umpire, Mr. Mike Piniella. Linesman is Stephen Barron.
For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether your current coverage is in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact our office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. Game also being brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com.
Yeah, ladies.
Moments away from the opening kickoff between these two teams. Let's bring our New York Life keys to the game. And we'll start things off with Penn Argyl.
Paolo, big keys to the game for Penn Argyl. Play for 48 minutes. Last week against Northern Lehigh, they were up roughly about 17, and then they lost in the fourth quarter. They need to play all four quarters. They want to have a win today, and, of course, limit penalties. You do not want to shoot yourself in the foot. You do not want to make those big mistakes that can really turn the tide negatively for you in the game. Those are the keys for Penn Argyl today on both sides of the ball.
And for the Wilson Warriors, bring in their keys as well.
Of course, some keys: win the line of scrimmage. You know, there's some big boys on the other side for Penn Argyl. Coach Brady said it's imperative that we get that first blow on the line of scrimmage. Make sure that we control the line of scrimmage the whole game. Create turnovers defensively. You need to make sure you get the ball to your offense. It's not enough to just get, to third down and get off the field. They need turnovers. They want fumbles. They want interceptions. Defensively, it's going to be that kind of game for the Warriors if they can make it.
Again, the keys of the game brought to you by New York Life. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or need to reviewing your options, please contact our office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. We pause in honor of America with the playing of our national anthem. So moments away from kickoff. I want to thank Jeff Breininger, the athletic director here at Wilson area. Also Tim Egan over at Penn Argyl and the coaches, of course, for getting us all their stats and their information. And, Terry, you've been doing this now. You had a heck of a game last week. We have a moment here while the captains are meeting at the field. Notre Dame, North Schuylkill, down to the wire. That got your blood flowing a little bit, didn't it? I
mean, that was one of those games where, as a football fan, as a commentator, it's exciting. You'll love to see. Down to the wire, last play win for North Schuylkill. Yeah, it was exciting out there.
Good look there at the captains making their way out. And you see number 71 in Braden Cresno-Para. We do not have him mic'd up. He always wants to get mic'd up for the game. But,
he'd like to be,
when you're the center, we ain't going for that at the time. So we'll see. Dave Micah also in the house today, and he will assist with some interviews at halftime. And we'll see what happens at the end of the game as well. How important we look at both teams. So Wilson last week, they fell to 0-3. They lost their game to Salisbury by a score of 28-0. They've been shut out twice. Coach saying he likes the way the team is listening and getting better each week. On the other side for Penn Argyl, they had a 14-0 lead in the fourth, and they ended up giving 26 points up.
defend the north goal.
You know, they gave up those points and they lost the game. Talk about both teams there.
I mean, both teams, you know, these are two teams who, in the record books, you know, they don't have positive records. But with this game, you know, that could possibly change the tide. This is a game that's built on a 103-year tradition. You know, it's the 103rd year that these two teams have played each other out. So this is a game that's, you know, built on tradition. It means a lot. Regardless of your record, you play this game, you win this game. You got big bragging rights. And regardless, both these teams' record, as both coaches said, they came out with a great week of practice, you know, came out with a lot of fire, and hopefully we see some of that on the field today.
Last year, a game got a hand right away. Argyl rolled to the victory. Do players, do you see that? Do you realize, all right, listen, we got to change that? That got, you know, again, sometimes it takes a little bit more time to do it, but I'm sure this week they're like, listen, we have to do better than we did last year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, especially for the Warriors, you know, thinking about that game last year, that probably lit a fire under them, knowing that a team like this, you know, did that to them in this game last year. You know, all week through practice, I'm sure they're thinking in their mind, you know, the kind of team that they're going to, you know, face. And like I said, when you have, you know, a situation like that last year, you come out this year with a different fire, hoping for a different answer, hoping for a different outcome, and, you know, we'll see if that can play in well for the Warriors today.
So Jason Johnson is back deep, along with Michael Marcom. And we'll get ready to get this game underway. Week number 4 of the high school football season. Reed Katolka, the sophomore, has it on the tee, and we're underway. A little pooch kick right in the middle, and that is fielded. And Wilson will take that any day of the week, as they'll have the ball right around the 35-yard line. Let's bring in the starting lineup here for the Wilson Warriors.
Of course, here for the Warriors, as we know, we have Cressman. C at running back, Zeandros Johnson, Jason Johnson. Their key running back, Markai Fields, is out today. So Brady's going to lean on these two guys to really pick up the load. Of course, we also got Nickerson Louis G and Leonard Davis playing both receiver and cornerback. Cressman's going to make sure he tries to look for them early and often in this game.
You know, with that starting, you know, running back out in Fields, you know, we'll see how much of it plays a toll early on in this contest. So Cressman, the senior, has 2 receivers to the near side. He'll start things off on the ground, and a couple yards on the pickup by Deshaun Simpson.
Johnson on the carry.
Oh, excuse me, that was Johnson.
The initial hit made by New Allen.
Take a look at the defense for Argyl.
Yeah, this is a, you know, big group up front for the Argyl Green Knights. They're going to hope to get a, you know, create a line of scrimmage for the Warriors tonight, and I think key to the game, if this Argyl defensive line, you know, can bring some disruption to Cressman, it'll work out in their favor for the Green Knights.
Why didn't you mention 65 there? You know, that's the key of the game, saying that name, Pestrakowitz.
I don't want to butcher that.
I just mentioned it once, Pestrakowitz, and I'll do it one time.
Pestrakowitz, there it is.
Well, our first flag of the game.
Illegal substitution against the Warriors.
So a penalty here early on. We did Phillipsburg and Hunter and Central yesterday, and there was a lot of penalties in that game.
5-yard penalty against the Warriors. Second down.
You know, you get to week 4, that's where you start, you know, try to minimize those, but they're always going to be there, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a part of the game, and penalties can really make or break how your team does in the game, and hopefully limited in this game. That saw our first one right there.
So second down for Cressman. He'll take it himself, has a block in the near side. If he can make the turn, he does, and breaks through and gets pushed forward, and we'll get a first down up around the 48-yard line.
And the Warriors here, you know, they had their halfback, Pedro Hernandez, number 81, coming from right to left to give a block to Cressman. But, you know, Cressman's a fast guy. If he sees that outside is open, he's going to take it, just like he did there for a few yards.
So just underway here from Smithfield. State champions back in 2006. Jason Johnson in the backfield with Cressman. Ball from the 49. And they'll pitch this one across. Johnson tries to make the turn. He gets driven out of bounds.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Jason Johnson on the season, 28 carries, 54 yards, averaging just under 2 yards a carry. I'm sure he would like to improve on that today. We're getting more touches.
Yeah, and, you know, he's certainly going to get more touches with the absence of Markai Fields, and this is a kid who, you know, Coach Brady said he's only a sophomore, has improved already from the first time he met him to now. You know, he's a hard runner, you know, tough-nosed kid, and we're going to see him produce, hopefully, with the ball today.
So pick up at 1. The ball sits right at midfield for Cressman. Cressman looking to throw. Nothing there. Gets flushed and taken down. Now, Penn Argyl coming. They swarmed with a couple players immediately. And Jack McLaughlin, the 6'2", 200-pound senior, is the one coming up with the stop.
It's a great job of McLaughlin coming up the middle, tracking down Cressman and bringing him down. With a quarterback who's very swift in the pocket, you have to make sure you wrap him up, get him down at all times.
So after getting that first down, I've been having a couple problems here. The first down marker is sitting at the 41-yard line as they're marked back to their own 42, third down and long. They'll go with 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Actually, they'll make a switch again. Cressman back to throw. He's pressured immediately, breaks through, and wants to toss that one. He does, but incomplete. Was looking on the sideline to Jaden Rapoli.
Jaden Rapoli is incomplete.
They'll bring in the punting unit here for Wilson.
Zach Metzger brings up 4th down and 17.
So Green Knights, once they, got through that line, which was a concern for Coach Brady, they've made the difference here.
And as I said in the beginning, if this defensive line can control the line of scrimmage, put Cressman in a lot of uncomfortable situations, they can find themselves with a W in the win column today.
Go to punt this. Let's see which way this ball goes. Gets a positive roll. And now comes back, so it'll be right at the 29-yard line. And that's where we'll see the offense make their way onto the field for the first time for Penn Argyl. Flag at the end of that play.
Flag on the play.
We'll discuss it.
Today's game day sponsor is Primo Hoagies, located in 30 Butler Street Shopping Center in Wilsonboro.
Take a look at the offense for the Green Knights.
And Mason Seuss, their guy that they have at quarterback, got a big arm, very smart, very intelligent, doesn't make a lot of terrible throws. Going to be interesting to see how they get him and Caden Faust going. I think they're going to try and get Caden going early, knowing how he is through the ground, and try and really chug up the middle here for the Green Knights.
So start things off their own 20-yard line with Seuss under center. 3 receivers lined up to the far side. And the first carry of the game is Caden Faust.
That was very unique. They had Seuss in the shotgun position, shifted over, which put Faust in the wildcat. He took the ball up the middle to the left side. Here are the Warriors starting defense. Deshaun Simpson, Nick Bracken, Pendola. I know I say it often, but I believe the team that can control the line of scrimmage defensively is the team that win. I'm not saying that in bias because I'm a defensive end, but.
Coming this way, near side, they needed 1 yard, and they will get it. The extra push forward gets a first down by Caden Faust.
Mike Larcombe on the stop. That carry was good for a completion.
Referee is Tommy Walters. Umpire Mike Pinella. Stephen Barron Jr. is the linesman. Line judge is Tommy Singer, and Kevin Stocker is your back judge.
First pass, nice little out route. Try something short. See where the Warriors are. Now they come out with a trip set to the left side. Here the Green Knights.
So the first down of the game, they go far side on the completion to Lurch. And Lurch breaks a tackle and gets an extra 2.5, 3 yards. So a solid first down. We always talk about whether you're rushing or whatever, you get that 3 yards, 3.5 yards, you're okay, especially on first down because you know what's ahead of you.
Yeah, it's staying on schedule, getting those 3 yards, first, second down, and eventually make third down shorter for you to convert. Always good to stay on schedule, and I think the Green Knights, they'd like to think right now that they're doing that with that 5-yard screen.
From the 36.
It'll be a false start.
Yeah, I think Caden Faust may have moved too. So a couple penalties already. And talk about the weather today. Temperatures are going to get a little bit warmer. We're going to be in the 80s. It's a Saturday afternoon. You should expect that in September. But there is a little bit of a breeze here where we are. Down there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, and the one thing you have to worry about, when it's a Saturday afternoon game is the sun. It's going to get really hot. It's not like a night game where, you have that bit of a cooling off periods. You have to worry about the sun, the lighting, the heat. Hydration is such a key and always been a key in these 12 o'clock games here at Smith Field.
Wow, they just had a penalty. They just put it to the 41-yard line, and they're going to discuss this. Glad you can join us here on this Saturday afternoon, high school football action. D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. There's a sideline warning.
Sideline warning against
Penn Argyl.
I understand it happens. Get giddy, get antsy. These coaches want to help their players out. Just got to stay on the sideline. Man, the flags are getting thrown today.
Wow.
Dead ball foul.
Matt Avancho, who's not only one of our broadcast partners, is also an official, and he said officials don't want to throw flags.
No.
They want the players to play and enjoy themselves. The last thing they want to do is flags.
Yeah, you never want to stop and slow down the game, of course, but we're seeing a lot of flags in this early going, so hopefully we can clean that up.
You're not even running plays and we're seeing flags.
Yeah.
So to do this again, they'll move this back to the 36. I think that's where they originally were. First down marker at the 49 of Wilson. Seuss to throw, middle part of the field, that incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
He was looking in the direction of Zach Metzger.
Hey, Al, we got another flag.
Wow.
Last pass was intended for Zach Metzger.
Not sure if I've seen this in a while.
Yeah.
Where there's like 4 consecutive penalty
I
flags.
don't think I've ever seen this ever.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Green Knights.
That's one of those. So, the false start and different things, is one thing. But when you get that kind of penalty in a unsportsmanlike conduct early in the game,
Yeah.
that's got to be a bit of concern for coaches.
Yeah, you got to, keep those emotions in check. I understand, the rivalry, the hype around this game, but you still got to keep it tucked in. Controlled aggression.
First down marker again all the way up to the 41. It's second down and a lot. Seuss pumps, now throws. Looking for a receiver near sideline and incomplete. And no flags. Good coverage on the play by Nicholson Louis June.
They had a great job just sticking, stride for stride with Lucas Lurch. Not trying to do anything like grab a hold of him on his jersey, just trying to make a play on the ball. And great job by Louis Jean to get those hands up to at least disrupt the throw so it's incomplete.
Right there around the 7-minute mark. Third down and 30 plus. Seuss, near side again in traffic. So they're going to call, I believe,
Flag on the play.
on Christian Samoya. It was kind of non-contact, kind of looked like he bumped him as he was coming across. The ball was already through.
Yeah, and realistically, I think the coverage that Nicky Louis Jean had, he didn't really need to do that. But I understand just trying to make a play on the ball. So those kind of things happen, though.
So slow moving first quarter here. And again, you needed 30. You just got about 16 of that back or in that range. Now it puts you in a manageable position here to get the convert on the first down.
I don't think a lot of coaches don't really have game plans offensively when it comes to 3rd and 30. Third and long,
right.
3rd and forever. But certainly here with the positive from that flag, I'm sure Penn Argyl was looking to cook up something. They have a trip set to the right.
From their own 36. Seems like we've been stuck at the 36 for a long time. Seuss has Faust, but he goes in the middle, has a receiver, and he will convert and get the first down as he puts it in the hands of, I believe it was A.J. Sora.
Seuss's pass complete to A.J. Sora. That completion good for a
So you're pinned back inside your 20, 30 down and 30. You get the penalty on the pass interference, and then you get your 16 yards.
Yeah, it was a great job by Sora. You know, it's a nice deep dig route, but stopping in that dead zone, seeing that, you know, if he just stops and plants there, quarterback can find him right at the first down mark. I mean, it's a great conversion by the Green Knights.
Ball to the 49. 1st and 10. Seuss takes it himself, breaks through, has some space on the far sideline. A flag thrown in at the end of that play.
Mason Seuss on the carry.
Is that 7 flags already?
Flag on the play.
7 flags, yeah. That's a lot. Which is unfortunate. It was a great job by Seuss to weave and juke his way through the defense. And as an offensive player, when you make a big play like that and then you see the flag on the field, your first instinct is, maybe it's coming back, and such a killer.
What is it when you score touchdowns in your career here? You score a touchdown, you're running in, and you're ready to do that celebration. You look back and you see that flag, you're like, oh.
It drains the life out of you. You know, you're hyped. You just made a big play, just got your team in a prime position to win. Then you turn around, you see that yellow marker, and it sucks the life out of you, man. I mean, something nobody wants to see, but we've seen them all. We've seen a lot here in the first quarter.
So back to your own 49-yard line, 1st and 13. They'll give it to Faust. Faust had 2 touches early, and this is first touch in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But some great positive yards for him. Gets it up to about the 46-yard line.
And when you have, 2 guys in Seuss and Faust who are great with their legs, tackling is going to be so important in this game to bring those guys down. As we already saw, they have the ability to juke and weave and break tackles.
Second down and 7 from the 46, approaching the 5-minute mark. Seuss taking it himself, turns upfield, gets down to the 40, maybe the 41. He's about a yard and a half, 2 yards short of that first down marker.
That's going to be something that's going to be key for Faust all game, reading that defensive end to fake and, take it his way. If that defensive end comes crashing down to tackle the running back, he's going to take it, go behind him, but the defensive end stays there. He'll give it to Faust. But a great job there just seeing that and picking your spot.
So 3rd down and 2. Inside 5. Over to Faust, and Faust May is going to be about a yard short of that first down. So let's see.
Faust on the carry. Stop made by Z. Johnson. Brings down a 4th down.
Coach Brady Mutton talks about his offensive line. I mean, this is where you want your offensive line and your cogs really to, push it through and see if you can just get that half yard, that yard.
Yeah, if it's 4th and 1, you don't run it with the offensive line. I'd be upset at an offensive lineman, but could be the key here.
Trying to get him to jump. They did not. Surprised they're going out of the shotgun. It's Seuss, though, makes that one little cut, and it's enough. Finally gets taken down on the play by Michael Markham. But enough to move the chains into first down inside 4 minutes.
It's a great job by Seuss. All he needs is to make one guy miss, and he's off to the races. Great job getting through the line by Gerardo Rivera. Just at that point, just got to make a tackle. Nevertheless, new set of downs for Penn Argyl. 1st down and 10.
Seuss following Faust. Turns upfield. Again, nears that first down marker once again. Again, I want to thank Jeff Breininger for his hospitality. Not in the press box, outside. Sometimes, when you have a little canopy like this.
Yeah.
And you got a little breeze on a Saturday, it's nice as well. Even for tall guys like you can still see through the canopy.
Yeah, it's it's really nice being in here. It's really really cool. I've always seen this, playing football games here. Never actually been in this spot, so.
So 2nd down and 2. The ball sits right on the 20-yard line. And it's Seuss on the carry, and Seuss inside the 15 down to the 14 and move the chains for another first down. So in a drive that started and saw 7 flags. Little by little, Penn Argyl is not only moving it downfield, they're moving downfield and taking that clock away as well.
Yeah, it's great resiliency by Penn Argyl. The flags that have moved them back, having to get those extra big chunk yards just to be them, keeping the loop offensively. Just shows some toughness from their team, still being able to drive down the field, put themselves in the position they're in.
So Faust on a direct snap, takes it, tries to make the turn, got tripped up for a second, still pushes upfield inside the 10. It's down right around this, maybe mark it around the 6-yard line, looks like.
I think we can expect to see the Wildcat formation a lot from the Green Knights here. Faust just such a powerful runner with the football. You saw him stiff arm, get those extra yards.
So they will mark it at the 6 as we're winding down inside a minute and 30 seconds. Again, it's Faust. Faust turns it up and it gets that much closer inside the 5 down to about the, looks like it's 1-yard line.
First down and goal. Ball looks like it's at the 3.
So ball down inside the 2-yard line. And it's 3 straight for Faust. Faust will get in there from 2 yards. So 2-yard touchdown for Caden Faust. A long drive at the same time.
Yeah, great opening drive for the Green Knights. As I said earlier, their resiliency showing. The penalties pushing them back, still able to chunk it down the field. Some nice plays and get themselves on the board. As we see here, Faust again getting that carry. As I said, they're gonna, have times where they have him under center, getting the ball directly and following Seuss into the end zone.
Extra point is up and good.
Conversion attempt is good.
So with 56 seconds left, 2-yard touchdown run by Caden Faust. Penn Argyl leads by a score of 7-0. And you remember, there was a 3rd down and 30 in there at one point.
Yeah.
And it was one of those calls, even on the pass interference, that was right in front of Coach Brady. Mm-hmm. And he's like, nah, you can't call that. And it was almost the old bump, but unintentional. But, officials see the bump.
Yeah.
The ball's in the air, it's going to get called.
Yeah, like I said, that's just, trying to make a play, but was not quite needed. Regardless, nice opening drive to get into the end zone for the Green Knights. When you have a team that, strikes first blood in the Green Knights, it's always interesting to see how that team retaliates now. How will the Warriors' second drive come out now knowing that they just gave up a touchdown defensively?
So 7-0 in favor of Penn Argyl. Penn Argyl lost to Tamaqua 38-7. They beat Palmerton 24-7. And this one's going to be a tough one, as Penn Argyl may have jumped on this one. They did.
Boy, that was...
Wow, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I looked down at my pages and looked down.
I almost missed that too.
So Penn Argyl, we've seen them do this before, but that one kind of caught us. Take a look again.
Let's take a look, yeah.
You're huddled up. I'm ready to go.
It looks like a lot of the Warriors, aren't ready. Nice little pooch kick and everyone following suit, and great call by Coach Brady.
Well, are you ready when they're really in a huddle? You're not thinking they're coming, but, coaches get unique these days.
Yeah.
They find little things.
A lot of creative ways to get yourself to football, a lot of creative plays in this game we have today. That was very unique. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
You're sitting on the couch and talking to your family like, hey, what about this? Like, that's never going to work. And they just did now. They get the ball back all the way to the 40-yard line. Seuss throws it. It was underthrown, but the catch was made for the first down right around the 25-yard line into the hands of Jack McLaughlin.
Great job by Seuss. Has had a lot of great time in the pocket. Can sit down, be patient, find his guy, and great job finding McLaughlin coming across the middle. Great job by McLaughlin holding on, the concentration of the hands.
Terry, if you're looking at this, Wilson has not had the football in a long time.
Yeah.
You know, take away actual time of day because of the penalties, plus they had the ball, they had that one first down, so it's been a while. And right now, the Wilson defense comes swarming in. A great job defensively. It was Deshaun Simpson.
Colin Ramsey on the carry. Stop was made by Deshaun Simpson.
So 1 quarter in the books. The only points of the game came on a 2-yard touchdown run by Caden Fouts. It came at the 56-second mark. And we're through 1 here at Smith Field in Wilson. 7-0 Penn Argyl. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
It's here! For real! It's St. Luke's Children's Hospital, ready to help all kids. They're keeping kids healthy, fixing us up, making us feel better, helping kids be the best they can be, because it's about us. The kids! It's St. Luke's Children's Hospital!
St. Luke's Children's Hospital is helping kids with everything, from routine checkups to specialized care.
It's here! It's great! Yeah!
Welcome to St. Luke's. St. Luke's is the largest hospital system in the Lehigh Valley, with 20,000 employees at multiple hospital campuses, all located throughout northeastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. Whether you're an experienced professional, an aspiring student, or a patient seeking care, you'll find your place here. Care doesn't just define your career at St. Luke's. Care is our culture.
One quarter in the books. Al DeCarlo, Terry Maynard, Dave Micah. Terry, your thoughts first quarter?
Well, you know, as we said, as we just went off the air, first quarter that we've seen a lot of penalties. They've got to just cut the penalties down. You know, just try not to shoot yourself in the foot with all those yellow flags and hopefully keep this game going more smoothly.
So 7-0 lead on a Caden Fouts touchdown from 2 yards out here. 2nd down and 15 as we open up the second quarter from 29, and it is number 21 again, Faust. Faust pushes forward, still on his feet. Takes 3 Warriors to bring him down inside the 20, down to about the 19-yard line.
Caden Faust on the carry. Stop made by Jason Johnson.
It's one of those situations where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're going to continue in that Wildcat spot with Caden Faust.
Warrior 19.
Let him get his carries. Let him try and get his shine, and he did a great job keeping those legs turning for an extra few yards.
Third down and 6 for Penn Argyl. And Seuss will move the chains for a first down right around the 12-yard line. And the running game has really changed. I mean, we talked about it. I mean, the last couple weeks. So you look at Faust, 287 yards and 2 touchdowns. Seuss, 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's really been their bread and butter.
Yeah, that's what this team is, really bent on, really designed on. They want to, have these grimy games where they in the trenches with Faust, with Seuss, their guys, and hopefully that can carry them to victory. And right now, looking good for the Green Knights are these runs.
So the ball down to 11. They can get a first down again. It's first down and 10 from the 11. Seuss goes straight through, and I tell you what, right now the line for Penn Argyl is just open up just a little bit enough for these guys to get through it.
Yeah, it's but for guys like that, for guys like Seuss, for guys like Faust, as we've seen, they just need a small crease, just a little hole to run through and let them do the rest. These are dynamic ball carriers, and as long as this offensive line just opens a little bit for them, it'll work out well for the Green Knights in their favor, as it is right now.
Ball down to the 7. And the direct snap again to Faust. This time he's wrapped up after a pickup of about 2. So good job there defensively by the Warriors. They'll bring up a third down. Again, they don't have to get a first down, but they do need to get to about the 1.
Yeah, and as we've seen, once they get to the 1, they could just give it to some of their guys in Faust and in Seuss. Interesting to see here what they do in this third down call.
So from the 5, third down and 3. Seuss takes it himself, drives through, punches it in for the touchdown. So a 5-yard touchdown by Seuss to increase the lead.
Mason Seuss.
Great job on the left side. Following that left guard is Seuss. Lowering his shoulder to make sure he gets himself into the end zone. We're going to see here on the replay. Direct snap, and he had a couple of pullers as well. And another touchdown for the Green Knights.
Extra point was good, but I think we got another penalty in there, or did we not? Yeah, there is a flag there. That's Reed Katolka. So they didn't get a call on the penalty.
There was a
But I
penalty on the
believe,
conversion against the Warriors.
so now you can probably go for 2 here.
Yeah.
So they take the points off the scoreboard. They'll go for 2 after the penalty.
The Green Knights will now attempt the 2-point conversion.
And hey, why not? At the 1-yard line, or the 3, I believe.
And Faust will punch it in. So the conversion is good.
2-point conversion
And a
is
15-0
good.
lead.
It's great opening few drives by
And now,
Argyl.
ladies and gentlemen,
You know,
let's meet
they have
the
established that they want to be a running team today.
Wilson Warriors.
And it is working out very well, of course, as these opening 2 drives end in the end zone.
No question. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 students, athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's sports medicine is changing it. So 9:21 on the clock. Again, game kicked off at 12. It's 31 minutes in. But I think the last time Wilson had the ball was probably at like 12:05.
Yeah, and you got to think a lot of the Warriors' offensive players are also defensive players. So, you know, when you take that in, taking the possibility of, you know, being tired, having a team that continuing to run the ball down your throat.
Now the ball got loose underneath the Warriors. You know, sometimes when that ball is there, and you just want to try to pick it up and make a play.
Yeah.
And sometimes coaches are like, just fall on it.
No, yeah.
You got sticks between your legs, and you don't know what to do.
You know, the rule was always if you try and pick it up the first time and it doesn't work, just jump on it.
D11sports.com. Thanks, Michael R. Glovis, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley in Easton, for his sponsorship of the Game of the Week. For all your investment needs, call Michael R. Glovis at 610-559-6380. Located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301 in Easton, PA. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. So we'll see the offense come back out on the field for the first time. They only had 1 first down and 1 possession in the first quarter, excuse me. Low snap, and they'll hand that one off to Leonard Davis, but not there as he turns upfield.
Nice jet sweep, and the thing about these jet sweep plays, it's all about timing. You know, the handoff was a little rocky there. It was still able to get it off, but
Digital Scoreboards, proud sponsor of Lehigh Valley High School's football. As a leader in video scoreboard displays, we're here to light up your Friday nights and Saturdays, proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11, where every score and play shines bright. So pickup of 1, second down and 9 here for Cressman. Cressman will send that one to the ground, and Z Johnson. And Johnson just keeps on moving. And the extra effort by Johnson will give him the first down and move the chains.
yeah, certainly. And this is a guy that Brady talked about in Z Johnson, who's, you know, become a leader, become very vocal, and it's going to be interesting to see how they get him and Jason the ball today. As you can see, Johnson able to pick up his legs, get a few extra yards, and nice first down for the Warriors.
Clock winding down to 8 minutes remaining in the opening half. From the 40, Essman. He gets taken down. They're holding on to his shirt, still not going down, and finally does. Great job there defensively of making his way through and never letting go was Nolan King.
Great job by Nolan King. As you said, never letting go. Is, sometimes as a defender, you don't always necessarily have to make the tackle, but at least slow him down. Wait for the reinforcements to get there. That's what King did.
So 15-0 your score. 2 short touchdown runs, but a long first quarter drive by Penn Argyl. This is a crucial drive here for the Wilson Warriors from their own 32-yard line. Cressman looking to throw, middle part of the field, and incomplete.
Cressman's pass is incomplete.
Another flag on the play.
The intended receiver, flag on the play.
Cressman comes up slow.
Yeah.
I was looking downfield after he passed it, so I didn't see the end of that play.
This looks like it could be coming back. Oh.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Penalty is declined.
So
Bring up third down.
they will decline the penalty. And Wilson has to get right to midfield to move this chain.
Well, third down and forever. You just got a hit on the quarterback if you're the Green Knights. But I'm this front four. I'm licking my chops knowing it's a possible big time, strike downfield. Get myself in that backfield, try and bring that quarterback.
So third down, 18 from the 32. Really got to get this play off. Roll near side. Here comes the pressure. Cressman lets it go and incomplete. He had his receiver just bobbled out of his hands.
Pass intended for Nickerson Louis Jr.
So Nicholas Louis Jr. probably catch it 9 out of 10 times. Just he was coming down with it and just couldn't wrap his hands around it. And so brings up a fourth down.
It would have been short, but you think about it. You make that catch, it kind of dictates what you're going to do on fourth down. Whether you're going to go for it, whether you're going to pass it. Now with a drop like that, it's you gotta punt it off.
So fourth down and 18 for the Warriors. This will be fielded at the 41-yard line, taken there by Keegan Heddle. And Heddle goes down. Great job defensively by Wilson. And a host of players coming in there.
Great job by Bonham getting down there. First guy down there, wrapping up, making the tackle. Never want to break contain on special teams because special teams is that third part of the game that kind of goes overlooked, but it's a part of the game that could really make or break how your team does throughout.
.6:47 on the clock. And they'll start things off from their own 41-yard line and a 15-0 lead. Seuss to the outside. It's taken down right around the 45. Again, to pick up a 3.5, 4 yards. They'll take that. And this becomes interesting here, Terry, is we saw what they did in the first quarter with that long drive. You try to punch it in here, you get and milk out the clock, you're in great shape going to the locker room. If you're Wilson, all you need to do is you stop them. If you want to locker room even down 15-0, you're like, all right, we'll take that right now, the way that the game was dictated in the first half.
And positively for Penn Argyl, if they could continue this rushing attack, kind of, run the clock out a little bit. They also get the ball to start the second half. So they could go into the locker room with a sizable lead and also an advantage to increase that lead coming out into the third quarter.
Second down and 5 from the 46-yard line. And pushing through and getting right towards midfield. So again, positive yards for Seuss, and a third down coming up and short.
Boy, that was a great fake by Seuss. Almost the very last second that he could have pulled it, he did.
Last night was doing the Phillipsburg game. Person you're familiar with, Chris Labatch, one of the coaches there.
Shout out Coach Labatch.
And they just had a tremendous game and a Mercy Rule win against Huntington Central. That was in New Jersey. This right across the river. Here's Faust, needs about 1.5 yards, and he'll get that and more. And he'll move the chains for the first down across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line.
That was made by Marquisa Crane.
And that was a unique snap. It kind of looked like Faust kind of stole the handoff. It looked like Seuss was going to give him to her regardless, but it looked like Faust kind of just stole the handoff from under center and went right with it.
So inside 5 to play. Seuss to throw. Here comes some pressure. Has a receiver on the far side, and ball just gets popped out. Great job on the defense.
Incomplete.
See that number there.
Boy, that was a great job by Christian Samoya. Staying on it, making a play on the football.
We got a second down and 10.
So clock stops at 4:43. A 15-0 lead if you're just joining us. Part of our D11sports.com game of the week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. Second down and 10 from the 43. They will keep it on the ground. And one thing you see with Faust when he's getting these runs, they're wrapping him up, but he's still dragging him an extra 2 yards.
Yeah, and that's the kind of person he is. You're going to have to get 2, 3, maybe 4 guys on him to bring him down. It's not going to take the first guy wrapping him up to put him on the floor. And as we see here, continuing to keep those legs turning for those extra few yards.
So ball down to the 39-yard line. Big play of the game right here in this situation. You're approaching the 4-minute mark. You have the ball at the 39-yard line on a third down. Seuss going to throw, just tosses that one far side. It's going to be short of the first down marker as he connects to Michael Thomas. Well, they're definitely going to be going here. There's a flag. No, okay, that was a shoe. Okay, I wasn't sure there for a second, I see so much yellow today.
A lot of these kids have different color shoes. I understand. And that tackle looked like it was made by quarterback Jeremy Cressman, who's also a defensive back. Great job coming up, making a hit.
There you go. We talked about that play being big, this being even bigger. See if Wilson can stop him here on a 4th down and about 1.5 yards. Seuss doesn't have it yet. This is all on the spot. This is all on the spot.
Yeah, this is the first down. It's just barely a first down. He got tackled what looked like at the line of scrimmage, but yes, this is the first down.
Yeah, they're marking it.
Yep.
Not even a measurement, I don't think. Yep, first down. I think they got a good spot there as well. Down to 3:25. Ball at the 33. Seuss, incomplete. Just looking in the direction of Sora.
A.J. Sora, the intended receiver.
Sora was wide open on that slant route. Probably could have taken it for a few more good yards if he could have made the catch.
Clock stops at 3:13. Penards are trying to add to their 15-0 lead. And on the handoff, look at this one to Colin Ramsey. And Ramsey, a different kind of back, weaves through traffic and gets the first down after he picked up about 12 yards.
Yeah, this shows great confidence in Coach Brady from Penards. It shows great confidence in his offense. No matter who he puts in, no matter who he gives the ball to, they can get some positive yards. And it's the kind of my guys versus your guys, and Penards seems to be winning that battle up front.
Yeah, Ramsey stays in there in the backfield with Seuss. The ball down to the 21-yard line. here with 2:45 on the clock. Seuss to throw. And has a receiver, and he will connect in for the touchdown. Keegan Heddle from 21 yards. They add to their lead.
Great job getting separation to make the tackle by Heddle, or to make the play by Heddle. Penargel's really been trying to get their pass and attack going. Touchdown like that, and you see the replay here. In that slot is Heddle running that out route. As I said, a great job getting separation, great catch. A nice drive by the Green Knights.
The extra point. It's up and good by Katolka. And increases the lead.
Number 22, Reed Katolka on the conversion.
22-0 is your score. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact their office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. Terry, interesting situation now is you're at 22-0. There's 2:35 left. You have all your timeouts. Wilson's in a, almost that must score, but you just see what, do they run the same play? Just, you don't want to go down more than this going in the locker room. You want to have some momentum even if you're down, if you're Wilson Warriors right now.
And I think this drive for the Warriors right now, it's going to be a lot more pass heavy. As you said, you want some momentum going in the game, even if it's just a touchdown. It's a little pick-me-up for the rest of the team.
Well, they fielded it and almost bobbled it the first time, but then sometimes that helps. That's Markham. And Markham will get up to about the 22-yard line, so we'll see the offense come back onto the field.
First and 10 for the Warriors.
At that point, 22-0. Glad you could join us here. Our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine on Friday night. We'll be back at it, and we'll head to Parkland School District Stadium for a big matchup between the Parkland Trojans, coming off a win against Pleasant Valley, and the Nazareth Blue Eagles, are coming off a loss against a very good Freedom Patriot team. So it'll be Nazareth at Parkland, your D11Sports.com Game of the Week on Friday night.
That'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, last year was back and forth to the end. So the Warriors from their own 22 with 2.5 left.
Rodriguez.
This one, it was just bobbled, and it is Penargyl that comes up with the football. Coming across, I think it was Leonard Davis that made it. He was going to take the direct pitch.
And I mentioned, plays like that, jet sweeps, it's all about timing. The timing is not off, as you saw there. If the timing's off, things like that can happen. It's very unfortunate for the Warriors right now, especially still down with this lead, and now the field position in the favor of the Green Knights.
Yeah, Coach Brady talking to his players, on that snap, and like you said, it's timing, and they try to do something. You get those 6-7 yards, you get a little more space, but now all of a sudden they're on defense, really fighting for their lives here.
Yeah.
So from the 22. Give this one to Faust. Seuss with the block up front, and Faust is down to the 20-yard line.
Okay, Seuss, I see you. Not often you see a quarterback go and make a block, but great job on that outside by Seuss.
Along with Deshaun Simpson. Second down.
So plenty of time on the clock. Again, Penargyl has 3 timeouts, so they're not in any rush whatsoever.
Yeah, and knowing how they've been on the run game, they don't really have much to worry about. Trying to expunge the clock as much as they can and then take it in. Maybe with another score.
From the 20, and Seuss Maybe gains a yard and a half, actually the extra effort. Good job defensively.
Also, Matt Franklin on that stop. 3rd down and 7.
And Penn Argyl moving a little quicker. 3rd down and 7 from the 19. And it's Seuss. And the extra effort by Seuss puts him right on that 1st down marker. They're going to be a little short here and call a timeout. So the timeout comes with about a minute on the clock. Timeout brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. I want to thank all our sponsors today. If you're a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography, check out D11sports.com. Follow your dream, get close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director, reach out to myself or Dave at D11sports.com. Starting to get new students coming in here as we start the school year. And, you know, first year we started with 42, we graduated 20, then we added 10, then you graduate 13, back and forth. It's like coaches, you start, who's in next? Who's the new one?
Next man up.
So we're looking forward to seeing those new student reporters shine on our platform and show everyone in Lehigh Valley and beyond what they're capable of doing. So a minute left, 4th down and 1. It's Faust on the carry, and Faust will move the chains, gets enough for the 1st down.
Faust on the carry. Carry's good for the Green Knight 1st down.
So they're going to go a little quicker here because they do have the 2 timeouts. At the same time, you don't want to burn a timeout right away. You want to run one play here, and then you can decide what you're doing.
Yeah. Warriors having to take a timeout, trying to get a substitution in.
So now about 37 ticks on the clock. Timeout brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. If you're just joining us here on D11sports.com, scoring, all Penn Argyl, 2-yard touchdown run by Caden Faust, made it 7-0. That came with 56 seconds left after they converted a 3rd down and 30 on that drive. Second quarter, 5-yard touchdown run, Mason Seuss, 15 yards. Faust, 2-point conversion, made it 15-0, and then a 21-yard touchdown, Seuss to Keegan Heddle. That came at the 2:35 mark, 22-0, and a fumble by the Warriors gives Penn Argyl the football back. We'll put some more time on the clock. So it's at 45 seconds. And Seuss takes that himself and gets taken down. That's carry. Inside the 9-yard line.
Stop is made by Deshaun Simpson.
They're going to go here quickly.
2nd down and 9.
I'm surprised. Well, they have one play here. They're going to go in a reverse. And turning upfield and going in. They mark it in for the touchdown. Yes. Zach Metzger on the reverse. Scores with 13.2 seconds from 11 yards out.
And you see why they were going quickly now. Want to get a little trickery in there. It's going to see the replay up here. Metzger coming from right to left, and nobody on that outside to contain. Makes one miss and another score for the Green Knights.
Katolka into attempt the conversion.
Katolka is up and through, and he gets taken down at the end of that play. So we'll see another flag come out. Penn Argyl scoring with 13 seconds left after the turnover. So 29-0 with 13 seconds.
Great opening half on the ground, especially for the Green Knights. That was their mission today. Control the line of scrimmage, plug up the middle with their guys, Seuss, with their guys, Faust, and this first half certainly shows a lot of success in doing that.
The penalty will be assessed on this kickoff. Green Knights will kick it off from the Warrior 45.
Can't imagine with 13 seconds left, the Warriors are going to try anything offensively. I'd imagine here on the special teams, they're just looking to hold the ball, take this into the half, and make their adjustments.
Yeah, and with the penalty, the ball set at the 45-yard line. I'm surprised they put that in there. I thought they were going to, angle it at one side and milk the clock so they didn't have that much time at all.
Yeah, they love those pooch kicks, huh?
Yeah, it's been working.
Yeah, it has.
So luckily one play, whether it's a play or it's a knee, we will see. So 13 seconds left, 29-0 here at the half in favor of Penn Argyl. Cressman to snap the football. He's actually going to throw. Here comes the pressure. Avoids getting taken out and stays in bounds down with 3 seconds left.
I understand you want to take a shot, try and get some momentum on your side.
Stop was made by Rocco DeCesar.
Regardless, this should be the last play. They had 3 seconds on the clock. Somehow it got to 0.5. Don't know how that could possibly happen. But either way. Warriors looking for something. Give them something to think about when they get in the second half. And this could be something like that you want. You know, you hand the ball off, you get 15 yards by Jason Johnson, and it gives you a little momentum there at the same time. So we'll see. I see Dave Micah's got Brady Mutton, and he's walking over to the near side. So when Dave gets situated, we can get him going. All right, down to Dave Mike.
All right, with head coach Brady Mutton, thoughts on the first half?
A lot of mistakes that first drive. We got to clean that up. We definitely shot ourselves in the foot. They responded, though, and we kept playing hard, and we made some turnover. We created a turnover. We got the ball moving a little bit, but we got to clean up those mistakes.
You seem to control the clock. Is that something that you were trying to do the first half?
Just the way we're running our offense right now. It just happens naturally, and it's something we take pride in. And you don't let them have the ball. It's really tough to score, so just something we like to do a lot.
All right, Coach, thank you, and back to you guys.
All right, Dave, thanks a lot. We're at the half. 29-0 is your score. We'll be back. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.
Want to see
We're here with the second annual camp. We're just giving back, teaching the kids the game.
Be able to just give back to the community, give back to the kids, the next generation, which is something I feel so passionate about. it's always great for me just to come out here and support any way I can. No matter where, giving back to the community is important to me, so the relationship that me and St. Luke's have is great.
Guys got it, we're 1-1.
Like, I'm really a big believer that God puts us in position, and God gave me a platform and should be able to work with St. Luke's and use our platform together to make change in our community, and you know, that's what we are a good team can do.
Since its inception, the Temple St. Luke's School of Medicine has focused on cultivating local talent. Training medical students in the Lehigh Valley has significant long-term benefits for our region's healthcare. Our medical students learn here, stay here, and establish practices here, becoming a true community asset. Start here and train with the next generation of healthcare providers for our region. Learn more at sluhn.org/SOM.
St. Luke's is the Lehigh Valley's only locally based independent healthcare network, proudly serving our community for over 150 years. St. Luke's continues to be the only local healthcare system to be named to the 100 top hospitals list, to have earned the most A grades for quality and safety from the Leapfrog Group, and to have received 5-star ratings from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. St. Luke's, the proudly independent healthcare you trust.
We are back. The biggest little band is out there, the Penn Argyl Marching Band, as the score is 29-0. And for your listening enjoyment, we'll go down to the field for a few minutes to take in the Penn Argyl Marching Band.
Like he was bad, and then money's on the line, now he's slinging it, yeah. He got you.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Argyl Green Knight Marching Band and Band Front. Ladies and gentlemen, do you like music, food, fun, and
Good job by the Penn Argyl High School Marching Band. We're at the half. The score is 29-0. Let's take a look at some highlights that happened in the first half, and really it's going to be one-sided. I mean, a lot of Penn Argyl highlights as we bring them on in for sure. This was the lone first down in that first drive, but then after that things started to change, and then we started seeing a lot of flags.
Yeah, it seemed like Warriors are going to come out a little hot, but now we see some Penn Argyl here. Great throw by Seuss across the middle to Sora. That was a first down.
Yeah, and that drive was almost the entire first quarter.
Now run here by Faust.
Don't forget that date, October.
2-yard touchdown run by Faust. That was the first points of the score of the game for the Green Knights. You know, one thing when you see that, and you talked about it before, the 1-2 punch between those two players and Seuss and Faust, they've had their share. And then this was the play that caught us all off guard.
I mean, it was a unique play to get the ball back for the Green Knights. Nobody saw it, not anybody on the field, not us up here, but
St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine.
Another throw here by Seuss. That first half, he's had a lot of comfortability in the pocket. The Warriors have not gotten to him in terms of pressure, bringing him down, sacks, and when you get in a position like that, you're always going to make those great throws, as we saw. And also very good on the run. Great fake here. Lowering the shoulder, a nice 5-yard touchdown.
Yeah, they only scored that first touchdown, the 2-yard run by Caden Faust. It was 7-0 after 1. That was the first touchdown in the second quarter.
And here we see this nice corner route into the end zone by Heddle. 21 yards.
Yeah, and this is the one that.
And this is the.
Didn't see it coming. I don't think he just wasn't timing it, or.
Yeah, it was all a thing of time. From the center to the, receiver running the sweep, and a turnover there for Penn Argyl, and from there, they were still able to punch it in. Nice reverse, and another touchdown by Metzger. That one, 11 yards. And the Green Knights have, they've done what they wanted to in the run game. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to really establish themselves dominantly through the run with their guys, with Faust, with Seuss. But even so, they've gotten the ball to, a lot of other guys like Sora, like Metzger. Everything working well for the Green Knights in that opening half.
Well, right now at the half, 29-0 is your score as we wait for both teams to make their way out. A 2-yard touchdown run by Caden Faust, a 5-yard touchdown run by Mason Seuss, a 21-yard touchdown Seuss to Heddle, and a 11-yard touchdown by Zach Metzger on the reverse. 29-0 Penn Argyl. We are at the half. We'll take a break as the teams will start making their way back onto the field. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine. Back after this.
We are so proud that we won our Top Workplaces Award 2 years in a row.
We are, without question, the #1 health system in this valley. Every award we get demonstrates that every day, over and over and over again. And who gets the credit for that? Our employees.
They continually show up committed and dedicated to our patients, our families, our communities, and each other.
Start moving again. You can trust St. Luke's to provide excellence in orthopedic care. St. Luke's is the region's leader in robotic orthopedic surgery for knee replacements and offers the latest hip navigation technology using digital guidance for hip replacement surgery. Orthopedic innovations that allow for new levels of precision and safety while advancing patient care. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
We are back here at Smith Field. Score 29-0. So glad you could join us. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, and sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine service at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. Today's game brought to you by Digital Scoreboard, your leader in video scoreboard displays. Keep your eye on the game and the score with digital scoreboards, where every moment matters. Let's light up Friday night football, in this case Saturday afternoon football. Today's game brought to you by Michael Argyl, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley, located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301 in Easton, PA. For all your investment needs, call Michael Argyl at 610-559-6380. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. Are you a student from any District 11 school interested in broadcasting, journalism, or photography? Check out D11sports.com. Follow your dream. Close to the action, take part in our student internship program. For more information, contact your athletic director or reach out to myself or Dave at D11sports.com. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with their life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have a current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact their office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. So one half in the books. Teams will be making their way onto the field shortly. All right, let's talk about your take. Wilson's in a position right now that this game can be almost in the books, before they, even get in the first few minutes. How important is them to just try to keep the game going and move this along without that mercy rule going into effect?
Well, this opening drive for Penn Argyl is going to be huge for Wilson. If they can make a stop on defense, get some positivity back on their offense, I think they'll have a better chance of making that comeback, at least trying to get something on the board. But with Penn Argyl having this drive to open, it's going to be interesting to see how they manage offensively here, knowing they're up 29-zip.
We take you through the scoring again next week. We will be at Parkland High School for Nazareth at Parkland. Hard to believe we're wrapping up week 4 of the season.
It's already week 4?
It's amazing. And it's almost done week 4, right? Which is nuts. We saw some interesting scores yesterday, especially when you look at the Colonial League Schuylkill League. Last week you had Notre Dame and North Schuylkill. North Schuylkill had that great victory. And then last night, suddenly I just crushes North Schuylkill after they lose to Blue Mountain. And then Blue Mountain came in at 3-0 against Northwestern Lehigh, and Northwestern beat them 30-8. So you start looking at, when you get to week 5, sometimes sooner, you start looking at, okay, where are you in the teams that are playing? And right now, across the board, the teams that are surprising you, it's starting the 6A classification. Liberty is now 4-0. Deer is 4-0 for the first time in 20 years, or longer than that. Liberty and Deer, by the way, play this week coming up. So that's a great, battle between two 4-0 teams. Freedom got the victory again. They're 4-0. Everybody else, for the most part, is 3-1. That's in the 6A class. The 5A class, we had a chance to see East Stroudsburg South. They got a win again. So they're now 3-1 on the season. And then you mentioned the 4A classification with Blue Mountain losing their contest to Northwestern. They're still on top of the table there. But Bethlehem Catholic in that bracket, they lost yesterday to Easton. Easton playing really well right now, doing a good job. Southern Lehigh with the big win. And Central Catholic, they play later tonight in their contest. So, they're still seeing if they can move up. But they already have 2 losses on the season. So this is a big game for Central Catholic coming up for them tonight, which would be, I believe, at J. Bernie Crump Stadium. In the 3A classification, Northwestern Lehigh, Tamaqua are the 2 unbeatens right now. They're both 4-0 on the season. They will meet down the road, and if I tell you when, because I can find that, I believe. They will meet the second to last game of the year, as they will be hosting Northwestern, and then Northwestern will finish on the road, or they'll host them, and then they'll finish on the road against Southern Lehigh. Notre Dame 3-1 after a bounce-back win yesterday. North Schuylkill now 2-2 on the season, and Salisbury, a very good 3-1 team as well. The 2A class right now, Northern Lehigh beat Penn Argyl as we get the second half started. And this one is picked up right around the 20-yard line going out of bounds. But Northern Lehigh was down 14-0 against the Penn Argyl team. They scored 28 points in a row, so they're now 3-1. Their only loss coming to Northwestern Lehigh. Schuylkill Haven and Catasauqua and Minersville all 3-1. In that 1A class, Tri-Valley, the only unbeaten team, and you got a host of teams sitting there at 3-1. So it kind of gives you a gauge here as we're closing out week number 4 of the season and kind of where it is. But where we are right now is in a crucial situation for Wilson, trying to keep this game alive, and Penn Argyl getting the opening drive.
It looks like even up 29, they're still going to have their starters out, get them some more reps.
So they'll start things off from the 34-yard line, and they go on the ground. They'll attack it that way, and then push it forward for about 3 yards on the pickup.
Nice
and
start.
On the carry was A.J. Sora.
Nice start on the sweep. Faust, the leading blocker. Pick up a few yards, 3 or 4.
Yeah, Terry, when we talk about football sometimes, and coaches always talk, well, we need to, control the tempo and the time of possession. But sometimes when you see that time of possession, it's so different. I mean, that's the difference between when you don't touch the ball that much, it's amazing how things change real quick. From the 37, Seuss pushed up forward, gets close, about a yard and a half short of that first down marker.
Stop made by Jeremy Cressman.
Throw out a little fantasy football news out there for all you folks. Christian McCaffrey's out 4 weeks. Just throw it out there if anybody has him on his fantasy team. All cringing at home.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, you're good. All right.
I'm good.
3rd down and 2 from the 42. High snap. And great job defensively. And maybe we'll see the punting unit come in. That's Deshaun Simpson that came up with the stop.
It's a great job by Simpson staying on the outside. Second time he's done this in this game. Standing on the outside, that back's going to come to you. You meet him, you bring him down. And
on that play.
This is a really, really interesting call. It looks like Penn Argyl is going to go for it. Now the thing is here, too, is you could try to draw him offside and get him some yards there. If not, it looks like they're going for it. So you're Wilson. You would nothing better. Make the stop here, crowd behind you, stop, and you have the ball at the 40-yard line.
Bringing up your point of trying to get them to jump, it's imperative the Warriors stay vigilant. It's 4th down, but it looks like we're not going to see that play just yet.
Timeout, bring it back.
First timeout of the game. Timeout brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities at mathesongas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. The score 29-0 here on I'll say up here, breezy. Nice.
Yeah, we got some wind coming up here.
Yeah.
Feels nice.
Feeling it. Feels good. Jeff Breininger taking care of us with this canopy. Dave Micah roaming the sidelines. Looks like he's studying for a test up there. I don't know what he's doing. Definitely tweeting away. Or posting away. They call it X, but everybody still says Twitter. So
yeah, I still say Twitter.
Yeah, me too.
I don't think I'll ever call it X.
So 4th down and 6. The ball sits at the 38-yard line. They're indeed going to try to go for it. And going to throw, middle part of the field, and they'll get the first down. And the pass complete to McLaughlin, who's become his target here. I think that's his 3rd catch of the game.
Yeah, it's another nice short crossing route by McLaughlin. Great job getting him open and getting him in some space, and that was a great tackle by Nickerson Louis-Jean. Otherwise, that would have been 6.
Yeah, it would.
Nice. Nobody else was in front of McLaughlin.
2 receivers lined up far side, ball at the 49-yard line. After converting on 4th down and 6, here comes the pressure. Gets hit as he throws, puts that one up and stayed up there for a while. And the completion was made downfield. I think that was Heddle again. Nope. That's ends up A.J. Sora.
Boy, that was a great job by Sora just to go up and get it. As you said, the ball was kind of hanging in there for a long time, but as a receiver, we're going to see right here, in that slot is Sora. And a great job just to go up and get it. You know, as a receiver, when that ball is in the air, it's either yours or it's on the ground. Sora, great job picking that up.
Yeah, there's an injured player for Wilson. Didn't see what happened there, but they're attending to him now. Hopefully he's okay. So stoppage of play at the 9:25 mark. So you've had 2 big plays there. You know, one on 4th down and 7, and the big pass to Sora. I believe that was the longest play of the game, that pass play just now.
Yeah.
From the position where that was thrown. So Penn Argyl goes from 4th down and 7 to, the ball at the 28 of Wilson. It's a good sign. Deshaun Simpson, 5'10", 190-pound senior, on his own power, walks his way to the sidelines.
Those 2 plays, that 4th down and that wheel route there by Sora. Penn Argyl trying to get their pass going. Got a trip set to the right now.
Seuss pumps and now has a receiver just underthrows him as he gets taken down.
Seuss's pass is incomplete. Jack McLaughlin, the intended receiver. Second down and 10.
Bring up second down. Looking at the schedule for the Green Knights. They get Palisades on the road next week. Then Salisbury and Notre Dame both at home. Then at Saucon Valley, at Catasauqua, and finish with the team they know a little bit in the Bangor Slaters.
It's always another big rivalry everyone gears up for.
Second down 10 from the 28-yard line. Seuss sees everyone coming. He just dumps that one off. And Faust saw the opening, and he goes down the sidelines and will go in. So Seuss to Faust for 28 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen. Offensive lineman doing a great job. We're going to see the replay here. It's a great job by these Green Knight offensive linemen. Let everybody come upfield, dump it underneath to your running back Faust, and let him do the rest. Great opening drive by the Green Knights.
Reed Katoka into attempt a conversion.
Katoka is good, and the mercy rule will now go into effect with 9:03 on the clock. And it increases the lead to 36-0. So Terry, you had your days here when you graduated from Wilson. Talk about your years here and what it meant to play for the Wilson Warriors.
I mean, this is a school that's always been on tradition, pride and passion, and it was always good to be able to put on that blue uniform, put on that yellow helmet for the Warriors. I mean, I had a great 4 years here. I wouldn't trade it for the world. And, as I said, having that tradition that they continue to follow through every year in and year out, it's nice to see, especially coming back here, that they still have a lot of those traditions, as I was saying.
Yeah, talk to Coach Brady, and it looks like your photo, or is it still in the locker room, or what's going on there? What was he talking about?
Yeah, he was. Every year they pick an MVP from the team, and I know when I coached here they took it down, but I guess Brady put it back up. I appreciate that. And as I said, just tradition. They love to, harp on legacy. They love to, show the past and who paved the way for the Warriors, and happy to be a part of that.
That's awesome. I made you smile earlier today.
Yeah,
You're all good.
That's
good way to start your Saturday. You're like, all right, I'm good. That ball gets bobbled and goes out of bounds. Unfortunately for Wilson, they'll get the ball back. You mentioned the Green Knights. Now we'll talk about the Wilson Warriors, what's ahead. So they go from this game to a very tough Saucon Valley team who played well last night against Notre Dame. That's on the road. They get Palmerton back here on the 28th. At Northern Lehigh, a good football team. Then at Pottsville, so 2 back-to-back games. Those are going to be tough ones. Then Palisades home, and then the rivalry against Notre Dame.
Yeah. Something we always like, that rivalry, Notre Dame-Wilson.
Low snap. And we are seeing some different numbers in there as well. You mentioned that we may be seeing them on the defensive side especially.
Lee Johnson on the carry. Llewellyn King on the stop.
So coming into the game, Cressman with 42 carries, $124. Kai Fields, who without them, we'll talk about him in a second, 28 carries, 91 yards and a touchdown. Jason Johnson, 28 carries, 54 yards. And Z Johnson, 19 carries, 32 yards. I'll try to go with Johnson here. Johnson gets popped right around the 35-yard line. Without Fields in the game, what have you noticed?
I mean, especially on the defensive side, Fields was that starting linebacker. He was the guy 2-3 years, captain of the team. It's just a bit of a different flow. Fields is that, more aggressive big back that they like to use, try and get him in space. He's the kind of guy to lower his shoulder, and just that aggression just kind of seems to be a little missing with the absence of Fields.
So 3rd down and 4, the ball at the 36-yard line. We're in the third quarter. All Penn Argyl leading the score 36-0. And nowhere to go. Swarm of white jerseys is coming on in, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
All game, the Green Knights have been dominating the line of scrimmage defensively.
Terry, the game got away from him like really quick. It just it didn't seem that way, you know. And all of a sudden, next thing you know, it's 15-0, and it turned really from there.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the game, as you said, it didn't seem that way. The game kind of started out slow. Green Knights kind of had to, you know, get it running a little bit. A couple of mistakes, you know, a bunch of penalties, but you know, as you said, the turn of the tide of a game can change so quickly. And for the Warriors, it happened roughly in that first quarter.
Almost got a block there, but it'll be a positive roll all the way inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line.
I'm just noticing this. It looked like that punt was made by Jeremy Cressman, their quarterback.
Ryan Bonham.
So clock winding down here in the third quarter, down to inside 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And one thing, you know, Brady Mutton and the coaches, and, you know, I want to thank Brady. You know, we talk about, you know, when it comes to media and being able to get to know the teams. He did a great job earlier, you know, this year in August, and had a media day for the Colonial League, and, you know, I got a packet here. But not only did he put the packet together for everyone, that's so much information, but on top of that, every coach was there. And, you know, and a bunch of players were there. So you got a chance to interview the players, interview the coaches, and get ready for the season. I thought that was a great thing that they put together. Here's Faust. Faust still on his feet, and we'll get the first down. Anytime you see that, you know, it helps us tremendously because you're trying to get out to practices, and sometimes you can't. But that all being said, that was a day well worth it because we got all the coaches and some of the players in the mix as well.
First down for the Green Knights.
Let's see if your name's in here, but I'm just going to go through
I
it.
doubt it. Very long time ago that was.
Terry Maynard likes being a color commentator on D11 Sports. I see that.
Well, that's true.
So down as we approach the 5-minute mark.
Great job again by those Warrior cheerleaders out there.
Seuss.
Mason Seuss on the carry. Stoppage made.
You know, go back to the years where it was dominated by Wilson, and they won the Colonial League, you know, in 2006, but they ended up winning everything in 2006, 2008, a tremendous year, 2009. You know, you see so many different teams that, you know, you always wait your turn kind of thing. And sometimes you get your bumps and bruises, but eventually, you know, when you get to your junior, senior year, things change. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
It all depends on what it is. Second down and 5 from the 47-yard line. Carrying a play by Heddle. And, you know, I'm looking over there. I don't know. I'm not sure if Sean can get this, but Dave Mike is running the sticks over there, it looks like, all of a sudden. I mean, that's exactly what it looks like.
Official timeout.
Dave's so close to the marker that I think he's starting to run the sticks.
Oh, yeah. Whenever that I see him with a D11 shirt on.
I got a cramp here. You see Dave right there? I can see him. There he is.
Yeah,
Look.
there he is.
He wants to get a hand on that and just hold it. He just wants to pull it there a little bit. He's like, how can I do that? You know, I'm going to break right now. I'm not holding the microphone, which we don't know where that microphone is, but, you know, he's in full conversation here. This is good. He'll see this later and saying, what was going on there? I give you credit, so much credit. We talk about our D11 Sports internship program and all the work that Dave does, you know, really behind the scenes with our student reporters and you know, getting their articles written and put up on the website and showing the recaps. And he's done a tremendous job in these 5 years, you know, being a partner with him. And just one of those things where he's website savvy. You know, I'm more in the broadcast savvy part of it, so it's a win-win for our student reporters. And we've seen a lot of them excel. We've got four students at Penn State this year, 2 at Hofstra, a couple at Ole Miss, a couple at Syracuse, you know, and then all around different places as well. So, you know, as we move forward here, again, if you want to sign up, just let us know or talk to your athletic director. I'd like to have more students on board because we always say a lot of people have the talent. They just got to find out where to show it. we've been doing it here with D11.
And if you're certainly interested in being a D11, I recommend it.
Faust, nowhere to go. Good job wrapping up. So since you started live streaming with us and working with us, have you had any wrestling matches?
Yeah, certainly. Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
okay.
of course, yeah.
All right. Well, what's the difference between announcing and a wrestling match?
Well, announcing a football game and a wrestling match?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you'll get sore doing this?
No. I mean, roughly, relatively, it's kind of the same. It's just, of course, there's different terminology, different things you have to know. But certainly the same in terms of the excitement that you get, commentating, calling the match, calling the game, and commentating is just a fun job.
Pushing forward to about the 40-yard line is Faust. Faust has had a number of carries today. He just continues to push it down forward again. We came in, when you through 3 games, they're averaging almost, I'm not going to say 100 yards a game, but, right around 85, yards a game or so. Those are the numbers that help you moving forward, and it looks like he's got that again, and he's going to, have another week of 100-plus yards or so.
Yeah, just looking on film, looking on paper, you can see that Penn Argyl really likes establishing the run, really likes to get the ball in the hands of Faust. Of course, Seuss as well. He's done a great job running.
Yeah, and then the other thing is too is you're getting carries, you're getting extra reps for some of these starters, and you look at the far side, and there's not that many subs at the same time. So you're not only talking about there's another 20 subs there. So
first down.
Probably after this drive, we'll probably see some of those make their way in.
Yeah, but might as well try and get as many reps to your starters as you can. Understand you're up 36-0, but get as much on film as you can.
Wind picking up a little bit. We'll take that for sure. 36-0. The ball down to the 33-yard line. And it's Faust again. Faust gets inside the 25-yard line. Last night, we had a game just like this. He just got at it, hand, and Phillipsburg, won their game going away as well.
In certain games like these, it's really hard to pick up that momentum kind of once it gets out of hand. I mean, it's not often you have situations where you have to, come back from a big lead, but especially in this league, if you don't, stay neck and neck with a team, it could get real ugly.
So they have 5 left. Seuss down the sideline.
Seuss on the carry.
Can we head back to the East Bend Conference on Friday night to see Parkland host Nazareth? And that will be week 5 matchup. And at that time, one of those 2 teams will end up having 2 losses because they already have 1. And so that becomes really interesting when you get that 6A classification. There's still so many games left, but you start putting yourself in position. They're going to be the teams that are going to battle to the end and see where they are. Likely the last play of quarter number 3 from the 18-yard line. Seuss takes it himself, breaks 1 tackle, pushes forward still on his feet, and finally gets taken down. And clock winds down through 3 from Smithfield here at Wilson. It's all Penn Argyl, 36-0. You're watching our D11sports.com Game of the Week, presented by St. Luke Sports Medicine.
Start moving again. You can trust St. Luke's to provide excellence in orthopedic care. St. Luke's is the region's leader in robotic orthopedic surgery for knee replacements and offers the latest hip navigation technology using digital guidance for hip replacement surgery. Orthopedic innovations that allow for new levels of precision and safety while advancing patient care. St. Luke's, the orthopedic care you trust, now more than ever.
It's St. Luke's Children's Hospital, ready to help all kids. They're keeping kids healthy, fixing us up, making us feel better, helping kids be the best they can be, because it's about us. The kids! It's St. Luke's Children's Hospital!
St. Luke's Children's Hospital is helping kids with everything from routine checkups to specialized care.
It's here! It's great! Yeah!
We are back. 3 in the books, 1 to play. Al DiCarlo, Terry Maynor in the fourth quarter, 36-0. We will get Terry's thoughts right after this play. And taking the direct snap is Faust. Faust will get inside the 5-yard line. And it'll be a 1st and goal here for Penn Argyl. Digital Scoreboards, proud to sponsor Lehigh Valley High School football as a leader in video scoreboard displays. Here to light up Friday night and Saturday afternoon, proudly serving Lehigh Valley District 11, where every score and play shines bright. So they mark this one at the 4. Going the reverse, and stumbling was Anthony Beltran.
Anthony Beltran on the carry.
Unfortunate the stumble, because he would have walked into the end zone. Was Beltran, but sometimes turf monster gets you. I mean, it's not turf, but you know what I mean.
Boston the play brings up 2nd down and goal. Ball was at the 7.
So with the stumble, the ball sits at the 7-yard line. Direct snap to Faust. Faust takes everyone with him. And he goes in for the score. 7 yards out to increase the lead.
Continuing the tough, hard-nosed running for the Green Knights. Great job up front. Really all game, controlling the line of scrimmage is this offensive line for the Green Knights as we see it here. Direct snap to Faust and just right up the middle, and from the time he got that ball to the time he got to the end zone, he had offensive linemen with him in that end zone. The way they can control that line of scrimmage and push people back.
Player down for Wilson. I think it's they're stretching him out there. Hopefully that's all it is. So that comes with 10:38 on the clock. Increases the lead to 42-0. St. Luke's is the region's only varsity team in sports medicine. Our team offers the most comprehensive and advanced treatment for athletic injuries, including athletic training, sports performance for individuals and teams, chiropractic, sports psychology, sports nutrition, physical therapy, and more. St. Luke's provides sports medicine services at more than 60 schools and cares for almost 40,000 student athletes in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. No matter your sport or position, we can train you to avoid injury and get you back on your feet and back in the game. The game is changing, and St. Luke's Sports Medicine is changing it. Support for D11Sports.com Game of the Week comes from Michael R. Glovis, financial advisor at Morgan Stanley in Easton. For all your investment needs, call Michael R. Glovis at 610-559-6380, located at 101 Larry Holmes Drive, Suite 301 in Easton, PA. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. For over 175 years, New York Life has been helping families and businesses with life, disability, and long-term care planning needs. Whether you have current coverage in place or in need of reviewing your options, please contact our office in Allentown to find the right plan to fit your needs. Call New York Life at 610-616-4430 today. Glad to see. Walking on his own power is Matthew Franklin, a 5'11", 220-pound sophomore. He makes his way to the sidelines, and now we'll eye up the extra point for Marie Katolka. And that one is up, and that one is good. And it increased the lead.
Extra point is good.
To 43-0. So slow and steady, though, moving along was Penn Argyl, and they have gotten the job done. And one reason, I mean, we look at Seuss, but, you know, you mentioned in the beginning, we highlighted in the beginning, Caden Faust has been a difference maker.
Yeah, you know, certainly they look to get him the ball early and often, and just showed today why they do that, why they want to get him the ball, what he can do. He can pick up those big chunk plays. You know, he's not the kind of guy to go down getting wrapped up by one guy. It's going to take a few guys to get him down, and very great showing here for the Green Knights. Very great showing of the run game offensively. Very great showing on special teams. We spoke about it a little bit.
Yeah.
The pooch kicks that they've done, trickeries they've done to get themselves the ball back. And the short kick here.
Yeah, short kick, and it'll give Wilson some great field position around the 44, 45-yard line. So, again, and now, you know, you look at Jim Brady. They're 0-3 right here. And you want to use a short 10 minutes, because that's what it is, and try to get great field position, see if you can get some points on the scoreboard, and get some, you know, momentum going into next week at least.
Yeah, you know, always want to finish strong. I mean, nobody wants to go into the locker room. Nobody wants to go in after a game with a goose egg. Always want to finish strong, try and get something on film, try and get something you can build off of. And I think with this time left, they're still going to utilize their offense and try and do so.
Warriors, number 5, Jackson Tadieski.
So from the 43-yard line. And they'll pitch this one back to Jason Johnson. There's a flag on the play as Johnson powers forward across the 45-yard line.
That one looked like a block in the back.
Leonard Davis on the
New quarterback, a sophomore, and Jackson Tadieski.
The Warriors block in the back.
So that moves him back to the 33, first down marker around the 47 of the Green Knights. We'll get our look at Tadieski, sophomore. We'll try that quick handoff to Davis, and he gets taken down for a loss.
Adam Bartholomew.
A beautiful afternoon here in September for sure. I always say once you get, everybody loves summer. Everybody loves all different. You know, that's what you live here. It's, you know, the change of seasons. I don't have them on today yet, but shorts and a sweatshirt in the fall to me is like fantastic.
Yeah, fall's, you know, perfect time or perfect weather. You know, it's a mix of hot and cold, but like you said, a beautiful day here, Smith Field.
Well, it's a nice thrown ball, just overthrown. But you see maybe what Tadieski could do. And I think, you know, and something to talk about. I mean, you coach, you know, when you see those younger guys and, you know, they're here for opportunity. They see something and coach wants to see when they put them in, when you put in the game. And I always say this, I say this to my kids, I say this to everybody. It doesn't matter what the score is when you're put in the game. It's what you can do when you have that time, because it's showing the coaches, it's showing yourself. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, when a game's out of reach, and they're putting these younger kids in and they're still scoring. Those kids are trying to score because they have to.
Yeah.
Because they're the only time they get on the field. No, you're rubbing it in. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with getting experience.
Yeah, seize that opportunity, like you said, experience. At some point, a lot of these younger kids are going to be the starters on this team. So, you know, why not get some experience, get a little bit of playing time in, and, you know, try and ball out if you can.
So Tedeschi with Johnson in the backfield here on 3rd down and 25 plus. And that one he'll skip it and just dives right on it to make sure that nothing else goes wrong. I remember the years when Penn Argyl had some awesome teams. And by the half, they were winning 45-0 or whatever. Game was in the books, so they put in the backups.
Yeah.
By the time the season was over, they're playing an extra half. Ended up being 4 full games. You talking about experience for that group.
Yeah.
Getting ready for the next group. That's why
Penn Argyl hasn't really changed much since I left. I remember them always being that hard-nosed, big-time team that liked to run the ball down your throat, liked to be aggressive through the run, and roughly the same thing. Some things just don't change.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So we're approaching the 5-minute mark. Again, one of our student reporters is Braden Cresnapera. He's been with us for a couple of years. Also a wrestler. He's been part of our wrestling coverage. He's the center for Penn Argyl. So they will have the ball in the short field from the 45-yard line. That stops the clock with a timeout here for Penn Argyl. After the time of possession, timeout brought to you by Matheson, the gas professionals. Are you ready to fuel your career? Join our team and ignite your potential in the industrial gas industry. Check out our exciting career opportunities with MathesonGas.com. That's MATHESON gas.com. Penn Argyl and Wilson today here at Smith Field. I've done many games here in the past, and getting your name obviously there. I remember Kwan, was playing. You start thinking of names, and names that as well. And it's like there's a lot of good players that came out of here.
Yeah.
The Botches, both of them. There's so many.
A lot of players that paved the way.
You don't. When you talk about rich history and different schools, that's what it's all about. James Agatino, the 6', 200-pound sophomore on the carry. And at quarterback is Beltran.
James Acatino on the carry. Stop was made by number
Anthony Beltran,
Ryan
the sophomore at 5'9", 170. Takes over for Seuss.
Second down and 1. Second down and 1.
Inside 4 minutes. Ball to 36. And Beltran will take this himself, but he gets taken down. Good job defensively.
Anthony Beltran on the
Ryan
carry, dropped
Bonham.
for a loss by Ryan Bonham.
So Bonham, only a freshman, 5'7", 160. As I look at that Penn Argyl schedule, I say it's not kind.
No, it is not. No.
Some of the teams, when you're tight knit and close, you say, all right, well that could be a win there. But you start looking at it, you're like, ooh. I mean, they got Palisades is still looking for the first win next week on the road, but again, it's on the road, so that makes a big difference. And then Salisbury and Notre Dame at home. Salisbury's 3-1.
Yeah.
I mean, Salisbury's playing really well right now. And then at Saucon Valley, at Caddy, and then Bangor. So that's what you're looking at if you're the Green Knights. And for the Warriors, again, they get at Saucon Valley, home against Palmerton, at Northern Lehigh, at Pottsville, Palisades, and Notre Dame at home.
It's just a 1 week at a time thing. The Green Knights will go home after this, analyze the film, come Monday morning, and start to move on to the next week. But huge start in the right direction for that upcoming schedule for the Green Knights with a win here.
Beltran got a block on the outside. We'll get the first down as he moves the chains down to about the 15-yard line, depending on where they spot this, and we're getting down to about the 2-minute mark. On the ground, missed snap, ball loose on the ground. Wilson with a chance to come up with it. Instead, flying back and jumping on top of it was Latoro Guajardo.
On the recovery, number 75.
I knew I was going to have to say that once today.
Yeah. Now, when we read the names down the list, we told ourselves we're going to have to say some of these names.
Actually, it's Latoro Guajardo. Cool. All right, see? I'm going to get it right. Make sure. Coach went through that with me twice.
Another second down and 15. About 50 seconds left. Another handoff.
Yep.
This time to James Asiatino.
James Acatino on the carry. Najee Pendola on the stop.
About 20 seconds left, and the Green Knights are probably going to one more play before they run this out.
So the last play of the contest, looks like. And they'll snap this ball. And powering through down to the 1-yard line, and the ball gets bounced out as the clock winds down. So 43-0 is your final score in favor of Penn Argyl.
I want to thank you all for coming out. I'd like to remind you
Now, regardless, always it's a pleasure to be here with you, man.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been great. And get ready to move on for another game.
the Wilson High School alma mater, so hang around.
And they'll shake hands, and then we'll see where Dave Mike is floating around. And we'll try to get Brady Mutton. I'm sure he'd like to talk to his players first, his team first. Oh, Dave's talking to him now. Let's see.
You see him?
Yeah, Dave's right in front of us.
Oh. Man's like a ninja the way he moves around.
All right, so they're going to talk things over first. And as they do, we'll recap this game here. First quarter, 56 seconds. 2-yard touchdown run by Caden Faust. Made it 7-0. That was, again, we go back to that. They were pinned back at the 19-yard line or 22-yard line, whatever. And a third down and 30. There was a pass interference call that gave them 15 yards, and then, they
converted,
they converted. And that was the long drive that kind of really set everything where it was going.
Yeah, that was, really was the tone setter for the Green Knights. There was some trouble and tribulations in that first drive, but we're able to be resilient, continue to drive down the field and punch in the end zone, and great victory here for Penn Argyl.
That was the score at the end of the first quarter, 7-0. Second quarter, a 5-yard touchdown run. Mason Seuss made it 15-0 in favor of Penn Argyl. Faust went in for the 2-point conversion. Then Penn Argyl with 2:35 on the clock, 21-yard touchdown pass. Seuss to Keegan Heddle made it 22-0 after a fumble. Led to a 11-yard touchdown by Zach Metzger on a reverse, made it 29-0. That was your score at the half. And third quarter, Seuss to Faust, 28-yard touchdown, made it 36-0. And then Caden Faust on a 7-yard touchdown run from 43-0. That all being said, we're down on the field right now, and standing by is Braden Cresnapera with his interview with our player of the game. Let's see if we got him.
Hello, I'm Braden. I'm here with Caden. Caden, tough loss last week. How does it feel to bounce back in a good win against Wilson?
It feels great. I really appreciate my O-line. Really got to thank them. I couldn't do this without them.
Yeah. Building off, same thing. We're one team. We're one mind. I also think it was great. What do you think we need to work on going into next week against Palisades?
I think in the future we just need to work on keeping our heads up and really playing in the fourth quarter. We fall in the third quarter and we put our heads down. It's our big downfall.
Agreed. Back to you guys.
All right, Braden. Don't you love seeing this?
That was awesome.
We get that, and we're going to bring him right back in because he's got Coach. I believe he's going to get Coach as well. This ought to be interesting. We go right back down on the field, and we got Braden.
I'm Braden again with Coach Mutt. Coach Mutton, how does today's win feel?
Felt good. You guys responded well to last week's adversity. We had a good week of practice. We came ready to play today.
What are we going to build on next week? What are we going to do better for Wilson, for Palisades?
We just got to get some momentum going. We had a good week. We just got to keep carrying and getting better every week.
Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Braden. Thanks a lot, Coach Mutton, Caden Faust. We did this last year with Luke Stefanisco, over at North Schuylkill in their game in the win against Notre Dame. But, you played a football game, right? Yeah. You're the starting center. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, you're interviewing your coach. You're calling him Coach Mutt. He's like, well, maybe I should call him Coach Mutt now. I make sure I'm on TV here. I got to make sure of that. But seeing that's like our program, right? Yeah. That makes that's so exciting. He's like, listen, I'm running back I got my helmet back on. He's running back to the sidelines. Like, I got to go. I got to get back, with my group as well. So pretty cool, though.
Yeah, awesome. That was putting to work today.
That's it, exactly. Well, thank Dave, Mike on the field. We wish the two teams the best of luck moving forward. For Sean Riley, Sports Fan Base Network, thanks for their efforts. Terry, great job once again working with you.
Thank you.
And we will move on. Next week we go to Week 5, and it is going to be Nazareth at Parkland School District Stadium. Should be a great one. The final score, once again, 43-0. Argyl wins it, and they improve to 2-2 on the season. The Warriors, with the loss, fall to 0-4 on the year. Everyone have a great night. You've been watching our D11Sports.com Game of the Week presented by St. Luke's Sports Medicine.